Hello friends, in unit number 3 displacement measurement, today we will see about piezoelectric transducers. So first of all, let us see the principle of piezoelectric transducer. The basic principle of piezoelectric transducer is piezoelectric effect. A piezoelectric material is one in which an electric potential appears across certain surface of a crystal if the dimension of the crystal are changed by the application of force. This potential is produced by the displacement of charges. The effect is known as a piezoelectric effect. This effect is also a reversible effect. Now let us see some of the piezoelectric material. The common piezoelectric materials are Rossel salts, ammonium dihydrogen phosphate, lithium sulfate, dipotassium tartarate, potassium dihydrogen phosphate, quartz, and ceramic A and B. The material that exhibits a significant and useful piezoelectric effect are divided into two categories. First one, the natural group, and second, that is synthetic group. Now let us see about the piezoelectric transducers. A piezoelectric effect can be made to respond to a mechanical deformation of the material in many different modes. First one, thickness expansion, transverse expansion, thickness shear, and phase shear. This mechanical deformation generates a charge, and this charge appears as a voltage across the electrodes. So E is equal to Q divided by C. Here, as we can see in the figure, there is one piezoelectric transducer placed, and with the help of two electrodes, we will get output voltage E0. The height and width, or we can say width and thickness of the transducer or piezoelectric crystal is W and T, and there is a force F applied across that piezoelectric transducer. The magnitude and polarity of the induced surface charges are proportional to the magnitude and direction of the applied force. So here we can say that charge Q is equal to D multiplied by F, where D, that is charge sensitivity of the crystal, it is constant for given crystal. F, that is applied force. Force causes a change in thickness of crystal, so F is equal to AE divided by T multiplied by delta T, where A is equal to area of crystal, T, that is thickness of crystal, and E, that is Young's modulus, Newton per meter square. Now let us see about Young's modulus. So we can say that Young's modulus E is equal to stress divided by strain, and stress is equal to F by A, and strain is equal to delta T by T. So we can say that E is equal to F by A whole divided by delta T by T. So if we rearrange that equation, we can say that Young's modulus E is equal to F multiplied by T divided by A into delta T. Here area A is equal to W multiplied by L, where A, that is area of crystal, W, that is width of crystal, and L, that is length of crystal. Now from equation number 1 and 2, Q is equal to D multiplied by AE divided by T multiplied by delta T, that is equation number 4. The charge at electrodes gives rise to an output voltage E0. So E0 is equal to Q divided by Cp, where Cp, that is capacitance between electrodes, and Cp is equal to epsilon R epsilon 0 A divided by T, that is equation number 6. From equation number 1, 5 and 6, E0 is equal to Q divided by Cp. So we can say that E0 is equal to D multiplied by F divided by epsilon R epsilon 0 A divided by T. If we rearrange that equation, we can say that E0 is equal to D multiplied by T whole divided by epsilon R epsilon 0 multiplied by F by A, that is equation number 7. But F by A is equal to P is equal to pressure or stress in Newton per meter square. So E0 is equal to D multiplied by T divided by epsilon R epsilon 0 multiplied by P, that is equation number 8. E0 is equal to GTP, where G is equal to D divided by epsilon R epsilon 0, that is equation number 10, and G is equal to voltage sensitivity of crystal, Vm divided by N. Now G is equal to E0 divided by TP. So E0 divided by T whole divided by P, that is equation number 11, where E0 divided by T is equal to epsilon, that is electric field in strength in volt per meter. So G is equal to electric field divided by stress is equal to epsilon by P. That is equation number 12. From above equation, crystal voltage sensitivity G can be defined as the ratio of electric field intensity to pressure or stress. Now, let us see some of the properties of piezoelectric crystal. The first one, stability, high output insensitivity to temperature and humidity, ability to form into most desirable shape. Now let us see equivalent circuit of piezoelectric transducer. As shown in the figure, there is a equivalent circuit of piezoelectric transducer. There is one Q, that is charge generator, CP, capacitance, RP, resistance, and output terminal from where we get the output. In above figure, source is a charge generator, so we can say that Q is equal to D multiplied by F. Charge generated is across the capacitance CP of the crystal and its leakage resistance RP. If we rearrange that equivalent circuit and we replace the charge generator with the help of voltage source VOC, so the charge generator can be replaced by an equivalent voltage source having a voltage VOC is equal to Q divided by CP is equal to DF divided by CP. Now let us see some of the advantages of piezoelectric transducer. No need for an external power supply, easy to handle and use as it has a small dimension, high frequency response, it means the parameters change very rapidly. Now let us see some of the disadvantages of piezoelectric transducer. It is affected by temperature, the output is low, so some external circuit is required. It is not suitable for measurement in dynamic condition. Now let us see some of the application of piezoelectric transducer. These are primarily used for measuring surface roughness in accelerometer. They are used in seismographs to measure vibration, in strain gauges to measure force, strain, stress, etc. Used by automotive industries to measure detonation in engines, used in ultrasonic imaging in medical applications.